Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on topic SQL function. This topic belongs to unit 2nd. Let's start. What are functions? Functions are simply pieces of code that perform some operation and then return a result. Some functions accept parameters while other functions do not accept parameters. Parameters. Parameter means the values provided to the function. Types of functions. There are two types of functions, built-in functions and user-defined functions. Today we are going to discuss about some built-in functions. The built-in functions can be basically categorized into the following most used categories. Number 1, string functions, which operates on string data type. Number 2, numeric functions. These functions operate on numeric data types. Number 3, date functions. Date functions operate on date data type. Aggregate functions. These functions operate on all of the above data types and produce summarized result set. Some examples of string functions are substring, instring, char, length, ltrim, rtrim, trim. Some examples of numeric functions are round, truncate, power, mod. So let us see in detail with the help of practical and also theory the usage of these functions. Before we start practicals on topic functions, it is necessary that you should revise class 11th SQL. That is all about DDL commands and DML commands, which are needed for creating database, opening a database, creating table, inserting records and table. Let us start the detailed explanation of string functions. The first function which we have is lower function. The lower function converts a string to lower case. Let us see the practical of lower function. Select lower and the bracket, type the string. You can see the output. Stay, which was lowercase, came in the same way. Safe, which was typed in the uppercase, came in the lowercase. The opposite of the same function is upper. Lower function can also be used as L case. Type select L case and in the bracket string. You can see L case or lower, both function worked as same, converting the string into lower case. No matter whether you have given the string in the upper or in the lower, the output will be in lower case. String function ucase or uppercase. The ucase function converts a string to uppercase. The function is also same as upper function. Let's see the practical. Semicolon, press enter. You can see the string given in the lower case due to the ucase function is converted into all capital uppercase. You can also use the function upper. The letters which were already in the upper, no change in them, whereas the letters which were in the small case are converted into uppercase. Next string function is trim. The trim function removes leading and trailing spaces from a string. Leading means the left side spaces, trailing means right side spaces. Let us see this in practical. String function length. The length function returns the length of a string in bytes. Practical. Nine. We got 9 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The counting of the characters. Here, space is also included as character. This query let us see in table also. We have table gadgets. Select from gadgets. Now, we want the length of item name. We are going to use the function with the item name. Let us see how it works. We are going to check the length of item name. For that, we have typed the query select length in bracket. In place of string, this time we have entered name of the column from table name gadgets. Press enter. We got output as 3, 2, 2, 4. Let's see why this happened. The reason is ref having 3 characters, it returned as 3 first row. Second row TV having 2 characters, it also returned in 2. Third row AC 2 characters returned 2. Fourth comp 4 characters returned 4. Trim. The trim functions remove leading, that is the left side, and trailing, that is the right side spaces from a string. Practical of trim. Select space trim in the side spaces. Let us see this in practical. String function length. The length function returns the length of a string in bytes. Practical. Nine. We got 9 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The counting of the characters. Here, space is also included as character. This query let us see in table also. We have table gadgets. Select from gadgets. Now, we want the length of item name. We are going to use the function with the item name. Let us see how it works. We are going to check the length of item name. For that, we have typed the query select length in bracket. In place of string, this time we have entered name of the column from table name gadgets. Press enter. We got output as 3, 2, 2, 4. Let's see why this happened. The reason is ref having 3 characters, it returned as 3 first row. Second row TV having 2 characters, it also returned in 2. Third row AC 2 characters returned 2. Fourth comp 4 characters returned 4. Trim. The trim functions remove leading, that is the left side, and trailing, that is the right side spaces from a string. Practical of trim. Select space trim in the bracket, type string. You can see the space is being removed. to trim, we are having function ltrim. Ltrim removes only the leading spaces. Similar to ltrim, we are having function rtrim. Rtrim removes only the trailing spaces. You can see the difference here. Ltrim, leading spaces is removed. In the rtrim, leading spaces are not removed, but trailing spaces are removed. Rtrim stands for right side trimming. Rtrim function removes trailing spaces from the string. Syntax rtrim in the bracket type string. Ltrim function removes the leading spaces from the string. Syntax ltrim in the bracket type string. String function write. The write function extracts a number of characters from a string, that is, starting from right side. Syntax write string and the number of characters. Similar to write, we are having one more function left. The left function extracts the number of characters from a string, that is, starting from left side. Syntax left string and the number of characters. Let us see this both functions practically. Let us see the practical of left function. Select left and the string information, and we want to extract 6 letters from the left side. Guess the answer. Yes, your answer is correct. That is inform. Return 6 characters from the left side, and that characters are I, N, O, R, M. Total 6 characters. Right function is just opposite of left function. Left function returns the number of characters from the left side. Right function is going to return that number of characters from the right side. That is mation. Let us see the output. In-string function. In-string function returns the position of first occurrence of a string in another string. Practical. Select in string be at home, be safe. First string. We are going to find be in this string. At home, be safe. First string. From this string, we want to find the first occurrence of B. The character position of B is 1. Let us see one more example. And this time we are going to search for character A. Fourth position. 1, 2, 3, 4th. Character A is at 4th position. In string function takes parameter in form of strings and return integer. Mid function extracts a substring from a string starting at any position. Please note that mid and substr function equals to substring function. Let us see the example of select substring and the string is stay at home. Here 6 is defining the index number, whereas 4 is defining the number of characters. 6th index, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th index is at A. From here we'll count 4. 1, 2, 3. Output will be AT space H. Output is AT space H. That means 4 characters we got. A, T, space h. This was all about string function. Now let's see some numeric functions. Let's start with mathematical function or numeric function power. The power function returns the value of a number raised to the power of another number. This function is also known as power function. Let's see the practical of power function. First value, the base value, then after write the second value. Exponent, put semicolon, press enter. Result is 9. Why we got output as 9? Because number 3 got the power 2, that is 3 into 3, and we got answer 9. Next function, mod function or modulus function. The modulus function returns the remainder of the number divided by another number. Mod, bracket open, the value, comma, divisor, bracket close, semicolon, press enter. We got answer 1 because 13 divided by 2 returns 1 as remainder. Next mathematical function is round. The round function rounds a number to a specified number of decimal places. Let's see the example of round function. Round, bracket open, the value which you want to round off. For instance, 13.75, comma, how many decimal places you want, that number, semicolon, and press enter. We got 13.75 as it is. The reason we have asked for 2 decimal places. If the same function we write again by changing its decimal place, we get answer 13.8. The reason is we have asked for 1 decimal place. Same function again if we do by changing value from 13.75 to 13.72. Let's see what happens. It resulted in 13.7 here. Previously it was 13.8. I hope you have understood the reason. The reason is earlier the value was 13.75, 0.75. 1 decimal place we got answer 8. Next chance the value was 13.72. For 1 decimal place 2 less than 5 mathematical rule resulted in 13.7. In case if we are not specifying the decimal places, let's see what it gives. It gives integer. Integer means with no decimal place. Let us now check some date function like now. This function is going to return the current date and time. Date function extract date part of a date or date time expression. That means out of this expression date and time will get output of only date. Month function returns the month. See the query given on your screen. Select month and a date expression is given. Output will be 4. Reason, we are referring to month 4. Similarly, we are having function year. Yes, you are guessing correct. This function will return year, that is 2020. Next function, month name. This function returns the name of the month. Earlier we got month as number, fourth month. Now we are going to get the name of the month, that is April. Day function returns the day. Date and time function of SQL, day name. 14th April is going to be Tuesday. Do you want to check which day it was when we got independence? That is 1947 08, the month. It was Friday. Go ahead and check the day name of your birthday and have lots of fun with SQL functions. I hope you have learned about SQL function, its definition and usage. Also, download the syllabus of class 12th Informatics practices from the CBSE website so that you will get some ideas about the coming topics. For any queries or any questions, contact me through School Software and tab. We learning and enjoy online learning. Thank you.